with your and that smile is gorgeous in person.
Oh,
That's what's
thank
up.
you. Thank you very much. I'm glad to be here.
Yes,
Let's get into it.
and glad to have you, and because you are a multitude of things. You're a top notch porn star, iconic porn star to say the least. Um, Podcaster, businesswoman, and everything. Like you wear many hats. Believe that and stuff. And I marvel at you on that.
Thank
And
you.
how many years you been doing this, baby?
3 years.
Years. Hold on, wait a second. I thought she was gonna say 5 or 6, ladies and gentlemen. She said 3 fucking years. Let's show you how she moves. Got this. She moving like a 10-year vet out this motherfucker. So
Uh, thank
so
you.
so
Yeah.
I got to ask you about the grandma thought because I really enjoyed looking at that.
Oh my God. Yeah.
So
What do you
come up
want to
with
know?
grandma? How'd you come up with grandma thought? Because that shit was funny, yo.
I don't know. It was just something that I thought about.
Oh,
And it actually started out with a few different parodies, kind of
mhm,
came into one. I was like, it was a Halloween costume for one of the Halloween parties that I threw last year.
mhm.
And I decided to be a grandma because everybody was talking about being like this sexy being, and it was a Halloween costume party that you were
Mhm.
getting paid for. I was
Yeah.
like, let me do something that people will not expect. Yeah.
It's actually sexy to the motherfucker because if please tell me you did the scene as grandma thought, cause I know that shit was fire.
Yeah, we're actually gonna just go ahead and do it. The fans are requesting that I do a scene in that character, so I guess it came out just from like me being goofy and myself as this Halloween costume to now something that people actually want to see in adult. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, because it thinks it shows to me your range. Because from looking at your career, I can sit here and say you one of the ladies that is known for parodies. Because one, I died out laughing with the Coming to America parody. And I was like, no, she didn't do Yes, my king. I said, and you had it down pat. You had that shit down pat for real, yo.
I did have a script to read, and the
Mm-hmm,
director, who's very big on detail,
mm-hmm,
we had to like film that over and over. He wanted it exact, like as the film, because that was kind of the staple. One of the
mm-hmm.
staple parts of that movie was the
Yeah,
interaction with this beautiful queen that he didn't want at all.
I'm saying, and you were looking gorgeous. Now this one, he did get to fuck her in this version,
Yes.
and and two, you looked like her, like literally, like you could have played that part back in the day.
With my parodies and trying to entertain recreation and then still
Mm-hmm,
make it porn.
mm-hmm,
There's still a sex scene about it. It was very important, and I learned that from the beginning with like one of my most viral parodies, Foxy Brown. I played Pam Grier as Foxy Brown. I learned that the reason, and this came from the fans, because I was
mm-hmm.
wondering why is this going so viral? Like, I don't know. It was because of the execution. People want to. It's good to show something easy about it.
Mm-hmm.
So even
Mm-hmm.
down to the dress with Coming to America, it was very
Yeah.
important for me for the dress to kind of mimic
Mm-hmm.
the
Yeah,
the
because the Fox Brown that was smoking. Because no, because still, even though we doing porn and it's acting, okay, or what have you, it's still good acting for you to pull off playing Pam Grier or playing the lady, you know what I'm saying, and Coming to America. Because I'm pretty sure the directors that you deal with, because of the level that you at, they're expecting a little bit more than a mid-level producer would. You get where I'm coming from? Because it's a different level of what you're doing.
Well, it's because of what I showed them I'm capable of. That's how the industry is. Any industry where there's you getting monetized or people
Hmm.
accept you for the talent is really God given talent. You know, it
Yeah.
separates you from the rest, and it's just me being myself. And I'm very theatrical and comedic, and I like to have fun. And I guess it's just resonating. And I'm a fashion designer. I come from the fashion world, also the nursing world, before porn, way before porn.
Hold
So,
on, wait a second. Time out. Like I told y'all, the one profession that don't give a shit about you doing this business is healthcare.
but it actually helped me be more in tune with the human body.
Yeah.
You know, like me knowing the reproductive system of a man and a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And then the other part of it, like I've seen, there's nothing I haven't seen. So like
Mm-hmm.
nothing kind of grosses me out. I
Yeah.
understand fetishes, and people have different
Mm-hmm.
likes. Sexuality in itself is so it's kind of generalized, but it's so
Mm-hmm.
much more because everybody's different.
Most definitely. So with that being said, give me 1 second. Hello, smokers. How y'all doing? Y'all like the way I start these shits off, don't you? Y'all
Mhm.
love it. Welcome to the Smokers Lounge here on Anchor. Y'all know what it is. Go to anchor.fm or download the app on your phone and start podcasting today. Like myself, your humble host, Kevin Arbor Southern Champ, aka the Porn Rap Star. Y'all know what it is. Find all my links with one link, allmylinks.com/porn rap star. Let me tell you about 4 of the sponsors that we got real quick. First one being the Facebook and LS community, lsworld.com. Next up, the hottest adult magazine in the game, AriseSizzleMagazine.com. And for you content creators, 90% profit, no hashtag issues. For you consumers, a new place to consume your Triple X content. We're talking about excitebunny.com. Don't forget they're black owned, ladies and gentlemen. And last but not least, voiceover with your smut. Also, they even got some VR. I'm talking about blusherotica.com. Go there today and get yourself a subscription and see the hottest adult talent in the game. Fuck the shit out of each other while you hear some sultry voice over in the background telling you about the action. Also, proud member of the GW District Black Podcasting Network. So go to shopgwdistrict.com and buy from 500 black retailer shops and boutiques. Also, every morning, 5 days a week, go to fullyswapradio.com and catch that smoke that I'll be getting and I'll be doing with ladies like herself and many of the industry's best as we chop it up on some real shit. Also, check me on skyhawkafterdarktv.com as well as the BGP LLC app. Now, I'm going to shut up and let this pod mommy, legendary porn star that only been doing this for 3 fucking years, so she might well go ahead and get herself ready for a Hall of Fame. Playboy model, Brazzers, contract girls, content creator, entrepreneur. I can go all day. It'll be an hour before I finish. Introduce her sexy chocolate ass. Go ahead, Miss.
Hey, it was good. Thank you so much. I'm very humbled. I appreciate that. I'm Ebony Mystique. I'm like your favorite ebony goddess, an adult. I'm very, very, very humbled and grateful for the tremendous amount of support, both nationally, internationally. Um, and it's just motivating me to do more. We did some big
Yes.
things last year. This year is going crazier. So I'm super excited for me and my fans.
And see, with me, because being in the business as long as I had, for you had a strong 3 years. Probably one of the strongest I done fucking ever seen. Because I actually thought you was like 5 or 6 in the game. Period. And you didn't hit the highest levels of the game, and you staying there. Period. From the look of how you do your own content as well as for the bookings that you get. So, with that being said, let's go back. Let's take the time machine back. What got Ebony Mystique into the porn business to begin with?
Um, oh, well, just a curiosity. I always knew for some reason, like legendary porn stars and had like personal relationship with them,
Mm-hmm.
aka one of the most recognizable urban porn stars of this generation, Pinky Triple X, who's my manager and
I can see why, but go ahead.
my love, super supportive. We were at a time when I started in porn in the end of 2019 where COVID was coming out as a problem
Yeah.
in a pandemic, and I at that time was working as a celebrity fashion designer, but also a registered nurse full time. And
Oh
then
snap.
so my, the medical field was funding my fashion design. But with
Hmm.
that being said, with Corona, and I had left the hospital setting pretty new in my position. I was an ICU nurse for intensive care unit nurse for
Okay.
years, critical
Yeah.
care for years. It was kind of burnt out, so I decided to do more like intimate one-on-one personal care and get into advice nursing, which is
Hmm.
on the phones, so you don't
Yes.
do one-on-one patient care anymore physically. It's like literally critical thinking skills on the phone.
Hmm.
And with that being said, the atmosphere environment did not sustain COVID when there's a pandemic and quarantining. So my job security was like, I was newly in my position,
Hmm.
and they were talking about you would have to have these options because they had to close down the call center,
Hmm.
and that scared the shit out of me. Like, you're making these figures, you're working, and then to not know when you're going to come back to work. And then I'm glad that I made that decision to do porn, because in
Hmm.
LA, where I lived and retired from nursing from and worked,
Hmm.
uh, they sustained the longest quarantine of the nation in
Yeah.
Los Angeles, while everybody else was. So it was it was almost like a 2-3 year shutdown in
Yeah.
LA.
Actually.
So I had called Pinky when I was faced with the fact that, I had to maybe take a leave and exhaust my vacation and sick time and
Hmm.
maybe get on unemployment because of the pandemic as a nurse.
Hmm.
And I thought that was really scary. And so I decided to give Pinky a call, and was like, and I've joked with her before in the past, but she never took me seriously. Like, no, you're a little sexy nurse, like, stay a nurse, whatever. But I think the seriousness in my voice, she was like, all right, well, I'm gonna get you to LA. We're gonna try this out. I'll shoot you on my platform. And
Hmm.
what's your rate? She paid me like a lot of money my first time, and she decided to book me again on that first shoot. So my first scenes were two shoots booked with her for Pinky Triple X, which
Hmm.
was huge. I didn't even come from Instagram modeling world. It was just like full blown,
Yeah,
like,
you came straight, fresh off the boat, old school, fresh off the boat. Like
yeah, like
no
a girl.
experience, no one seen you. The only thing you were looking, because I know you were looking good in them scrubs. Now I ain't gonna lie to you. Scrubs make the booty stick out because I work at a rest home. So
Yeah, but it's totally not the place for that kind of thing, right?
yeah,
So you're not your beautifications and maybe
yeah,
your enhancements or whatever. You're not supposed to be beautiful in the health
yeah.
field. So she had anyway. We shot, but I decided I wasn't sure that I wanted everybody to know, so I wore a mask. The
Hmm.
first two shoots for Pinky Triple X, those scenes went viral. People found out about it. They found out, they knew it was me, like my friends, and because my tattoos, and the
Yes.
mask didn't work out very well. I thought it was gonna, but it
That's the
didn't
funny.
work. It
That's the
was a
funny
total
part
fail.
when the girl say, "Yeah, I want to wear a mask." You sure
It
you
doesn't
got
work. I mean,
no?
your
Because you
people
got
are gonna know
tattoos.
it's you.
Yeah.
So I totally failed on that. It went super viral, and it even got into my job as a nurse, because I did go back to work after I shot those scenes. But I had started an OnlyFans by the direction of Pinky right after I shot with her, and it hit a very large number, because I was already making great money as a nurse, but this was different.
Hmm.
And I decided to retire from nursing and do this full fledged. And those two scenes, shout out to Pinky Triple X, her advising me to do independent work. My first time on her set, first time doing porn ever, was to get an OnlyFans, so that way I'm
Hmm.
able to monetize independently
And,
after.
and 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 who better to listen to than Pinky because she pioneered being independent.
Yes.
You know that because but even talking to Cherokee the time I met her, she said, "I wish I was like Pinky coming out because she was doing her own shit straight out the box.
Yeah, she
She was
was
getting
on
affiliate
websites
deals and
way
all that shit.
before.
Yeah,
She
she
was
was
on
getting affiliate
websites
deals.
way before. And yeah.
No, period. So let's unpack that first shoe. You know, because that's what I normally do on my show or what have you. So This is your first time ever being on camera, ever feeling any of this. Describe your emotions, how you was feeling, how nervous you was, what some of the things that Pinky, as well as the male talent, did to make you feel comfortable, to do these shoots, period.
Well, Pinky wasn't there. Her director was there. Her producer was there. Director Jeremy Royal, and my first shoot was with professionally was with Rob Piper. He was very
Woo.
professional. It's just it was a
Damn.
vibe. Like I already knew that I was going to be well taken care of because of. I mean, this is my friend's company,
Yeah.
and she made sure of it, and it was just clearly something that I enjoyed because I continued doing it. But my first two scenes were amazing. My second scene, which was actually that same day,
Mm-hmm.
I did so well they wanted me to shoot again with Julio Gomez. I was like, what the fuck? With Julio Gomez,
Mm-hmm.
he's now retired. He was a Vixen Black contract
Yeah.
star. So these two like legendary guys, my first scenes, and then like I was like cutting up. I was like, fuck it, the cameras are on, I'm doing it. I'm gonna just act like a porn star.
Yeah, I do remember those. I do remember those scenes, boo boo. You cut
I
the
was like,
hell
I
the
think
fuck
I'm
up.
porn. I better act like a porn star. Like this is going on porn TV.
Yeah.
Like so, I just cut up, and I'm glad I did.
Yeah, because I remember those scenes, people. Trust me. 'Cause I used to keep up with Pinky Sight all the time. Man, and girl, I was sitting there like, because I remember the mask, and I was like, God damn, you had dude goddamn laid out. You was getting it, yo, for real. It was banging that scene. I see why they went viral because it was like
Aw,
you could
thank
tell
you.
that you took to it like a fish took the water. You feel what I'm saying? Period. You moved as if you was experienced doing this shit. It wasn't like you was a rookie, almost. You was a rookie.
Well, I
So,
think that if you do anything with intention and confidence, even if you are new to it, it shows that, and people, it's more believable. It's like I'm just gonna fuck like I fuck at home. I don't give a fuck, or something of that nature. I was thinking, I don't fucking know. Along with maybe a bit of like Ace of Spades, because I remember that they bought me like champagne, and I was like,
oh shit.
okay, I'm like super social like right now.
So after you worked with Pinky, of course you started to get bookings.
Yeah,
Um, what have you? Was you surprised how fast the bookings was coming?
I'm still
Because even with
surprised.
because even with me, I was just noticing you were popping up like
I'm
that
still
right after that
surprised. I
period.
have no idea. I still am like, what the fuck is going on here? Like AVN, when I'm walking down the halls and seeing my fucking face all over Las Vegas is like, what? The AVN cover, like it's all the Playboy. It's all like also real,
Mm-hmm.
but it's also something that I feel like should be happening. I'm
Mm-hmm.
accepting that it's happening because it's like not like with nothing else or with everything else I do, like I'm very serious about me, like, so people are gonna either fuck with it or not. And if
Mm-hmm.
I'm really picky, so if I like it, they love it type shit. So from the beginning, it was like details and visuals, and this is the way I want to look, and this is the
Mm-hmm.
way I want to present myself on set. Like I don't know, it's just been working because I'm totally being myself.
Yeah. So I know with Erica, even with me, once you shot with the major companies, because you cut your teeth with some big dogs. She said Rob Piper. I'm sorry, that's a big name in the business. I looked up to Rob Piper when I was in the business. You know what I'm saying? So how did it shape you filming your own content? Period. Because now they saw you on Pinky. And I tell anybody this, how they saw you the first time, that's how they expect to see you moving forward. So how did it kind of help you shape your own content when you film your own?
They Pinky has helped me do it all. I had no idea about anything.
Mm-hmm.
Her videographer, the same person who shot my first scenes, shot all of my content moving forward and still does to this day.
Nice.
So
Nice.
I had that same director directing my Foxy Brown or
Mm-hmm.
and just getting in tune with your body and
Mm-hmm.
like what looks good and being comfortable in front
Yeah,
of
but because there is, because like I said, with you, you didn't do the content creator way. You came straight in with a camera guy, and having a camera guy pays dividends because it gets the angles that a POV can never get or a tripod can never get. And especially you have an experienced camera guy, he definitely get the angles that everybody want to see, the up closes, and all that good stuff. It's, I tell people, filming is a dance between the two talents and the camera guy. If you have three experienced people in the positions, you're going to have a fire scene. Iron sharpens iron, period. So speak to having a camera guy that you're in tune with versus someone that's not.
I'm in tune with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
We're not gonna have a scene if
Mm-hmm.
we're not in tune.
Well, I
And
mean, but what
I
I
don't
mean
set the
is,
scene. So like if
go
there's a
ahead.
vibe that needs to be
Mm-hmm.
set, I'm gonna set the vibe. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. Like quickly, like we're all gonna have to vibe. Like because I don't know, I don't like weird energy and there's no way that I can fake how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
Like my emotions set on my face and your fans pick that shit up.
Oh yes, they do. Yeah.
So like we're gonna vibe. I haven't had any bad experience on set, but maybe one, and it wasn't even bad. It was just someone else's attitude about something, and
Mm-hmm.
me being nice about their mean ways got me in trouble because that's not my place.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a performer, not like a PA. I'm not supposed to be
Yeah.
entertaining
Yeah.
mean
You
people.
there to do a job. Their problem is their
Actually,
problem.
Pinky was pretty pissed. I got scolded. She's like, that is not your job. You're a performer. You're not a PA. There's an
Yeah.
assistant. And I'm like trying to, like, the girl's hungry. Like, that fucked me up. So I learned really quickly, like, my
Hmm.
place.
Yeah. But because even to the point that when you work and how you be on set tells the tale on how much work you also get. Period. Because with ladies, guys gotta worry about being too thirsty.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies not but so but so much, period. But it to me, I think that y'all do set the tone when y'all come on the set, in many ways. I mean, whether y'all come in with a good attitude or not, and you seem like the type person you come in with a lot of good positive energy on set. 'Cause I can tell from the shoots, period. Because your shoots don't look like they struggle shoots. And it's like I can tell that you and the talent, are in tune with each other, period. And understand a lot of your shoots sometimes you don't even get to know the guy before you shoot him. So that speaks volumes about you.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm so shy.
Yeah, I see how this piece, and she a podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, excuse me,
No, it's good for me
nominated.
talking about other people, but I'm learning now to accept my own, like, it's
Yeah,
hard.
yeah. Sometimes it's. I ain't even gonna front you, girl. Throw yourself them damn roses. Shit, you doing your thing.
No, I do. I just don't always want to be like, yeah, you're right. Or, it's just weird. But thank you. I'm super humbled by
oh no,
like everything.
man, girl, that what makes you so sweet. It comes. That's why I said from looking at your scenes and stuff, you can see the positive energy comes. Period. Because also reputation is very key in this business. Because directors like females that can take direction and not going to be a problem on set or what have you. And it seems like you're a type female that you move well on set. A director never will have an issue with you or what have you. And there's a lot of girls in the industry, and you know that, and we keep it real on my show, that they can be real bitches on set. There's no need. So speak to how important it is for women to be professional on set and how it behoves them to gain more bookings.
Okay. I'm going to give some game and then please don't hate me, but I got to go.
Okay, I
We're
got you.
going to do a round two. I'm back anytime you guys want me.
Oh, oh I
I'm
got
just a little, I'm scheduled so tight today.
you. Yeah, I think.
And I wanted you guys to have my full attention and time. So let's just like give this game. I think it's important for, it's just not women, like guys, like anybody that is thinking about doing adult content creation, OnlyFans, mainstream adult, um, to really be secure in your you and remember your why. Because, like, if you think about coming in, okay, I want to be a porn star to win awards, and you don't win any, you're not even nominated. That will cause a hell of a lot of depression, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Like, if you kind of refocus and understand that you're using your body and your sexuality as a tool visually for people to have enjoyment, and they're probably going to pay you well for it. Keep that as like the main understanding, and not get lost, like Pinky says, lost in the sauce. Like, be yourself. Everybody wants to like go viral and this and that, but then, like, that's cool, but then how are you able to build a real fan base if you're they don't who are you? Like, it's very important to, and that's what makes you stand out. Because I guess people, everybody has like every second person has like an OnlyFans. It's totally watered down, which is fine. We're totally embracing sexuality and people feeling good about themselves and whatever, and getting paid well for it. But the thing about it is, this shit don't last always. You may have a good month this month and not so well. I mean, recessions, and fans are not just your fan; they're fans of like other girls too and other guys
Mm-hmm.
too. It's very important to understand that porn is not going to make you wealthy. It may kind of give you a foundation to do some things that you want to do, but you're gonna have to like really, because even when you're quote unquote booked and busy, you're
Mm-hmm.
still mileage on your body. You're a
Yeah.
brand, you know. You got to get out there and get it. It's you're an independent contractor, even when you
Yeah.
are working for companies. You know, it's, you ain't on set, you ain't getting no check. So, you
That
know,
is so true.
or whatever. So, and then sexual safety is another whole nother realm, because people aren't really keeping up with what they should be sexually. Like, a real, this is an industry, so that means there's government legalized things. We have to be tested every 7 14 days. There's a certain panel of tests that you have to have. You have to only get tested at certain accredited production places. You can't just like bring in your doctor's note to set. That's like what. So it's just something to consider if you're wanting to get into this industry. Even if you want to start your OnlyFans, maybe don't quit your day job first, and just really, really, the people that are successful treat this business, like a profession. It's not just like, oh, I'm gonna fuck, let's collab, let's just like, because then you're living check to check. You're waiting for collabs. If collabs don't go through, and like people do things out of desperation when shit happens like that. You know, you have to be secure because it's an industry. It's like if you want to be a rapper, you're not just gonna leave your job and just like, all right, well, I'm going to LA and just like everybody's gonna buy my CDs. Like, you want to get signed first and get a check first and do a few shows, and then it's like, oh shit, now I could probably leave. So I don't know. It's a funny world we live in right now. Everybody is wanting to monetize off of sex, and that's an amazing thing. But you have to be grounded in yourself, because this isn't like the best, most popularity contest or like the best dress. You're naked. People are literally, you're giving yourself to the world in the most naked, purest sense. And you're going to have people who talk shit, who congratulate you, and you're naked. That can fuck with a lot of people's heads. Like, I could dress all day, but like, what are you going to think about me when I take my clothes
Yes.
off? You know, or here's another thing. Who says that I don't suck dick better than her? Like, the industry, like, because I'm nominated or awarded. Like, some people feel that they're not the best if the industry doesn't say they are.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, you got to have iron skin.
you gotta have, and this industry is not for the weak.
Oh no. Oh
So
no.
it really fucks, because you get some people who have never been picked before. Does it make sense? And then they have a fan base and they're
Mhm.
making money,
Mhm.
and it can really fuck some people up. You have to And there's predatory things in any industry, but especially like a sex industry. So
Yeah.
you just have to be grounded and really you're gonna change and you're gonna refocus yourself all the fucking time. So your goals yesterday don't become the same today when you're in this light. You are a public figure. People are gonna fucking know who you are. And they're gonna know who you are for what? Fucking having sex. So you have to have boundaries.
See, I didn't have to say shit, and she went through everything that I was gonna fucking talk about on the damn show. See, when bosses speak, sometimes you just have to shut up and listen, people. Yeah, because everything you saying is for real, and that's what I talk about on this show. Because people need to know the truth about our business and understand the good and the bad with it, and how you pose to move in this business. I do this for male talents as well as female talents, especially male talents, because we have the most to lose and can lose it the quickest by the
Right.
way that we move. Period. Whether it's you thirsty, whether it's no bullshit, a lot of these dirty tests come up as dudes. Because you got to know how to move. You got to sacrifice your sex life when it comes to doing this business. Because we make money staying clean. You can't make money dirty. Give
Oh
me
my
that.
God. Okay. So, everybody just needs to like be safe out here
Yeah.
and do your thing. Like, can nobody tell you nothing? Like, have fun, be true to yourself because if you're doing that, you can do that over and over fucking again and over again and
Yes.
over again. No matter what script you get, no matter where you are in the world. I've shot in Europe and I'm Ebony in Europe. Like I'm
Mm.
myself, so it's super easy for me to keep slaying this shit again. I could do this over and over again because I'm literally being me.
Yes. So I don't want to hold you up, Miss Boss Lady, 'cause I know you're a busy woman. And she
Yeah,
will be back on the
please
Smoke
have me
Finance.
back. I would love
And
to come back anytime.
And I'm gonna bring you back for the premium smoke room.
I would love
$4.99 a
that.
month. Y'all know what it is. Unpredictable. You don't know what goes down in the premium smoke room unless you subscribe. So with that being said, sexy, tell everybody where they can spend money on you, baby.
OnlyFans.com/Ebony_Mystique is my VIP. My Twitter is Ebony Mystique 1. Instagram is down right now. It's normal for people like me. And if you're just you didn't get any of that, the most easiest way to figure out where to find me is to Google Ebony Mystique.
Yes. And because we didn't even get to talk about it, check out her podcast. Tell them about
Oh,
the
thank
podcast.
you. Thank you. Yes, that's Mystique Talk X podcast. We're on YouTube. Follow me on Twitter. I promote it there, and we can connect. And I love to hear about all your sexy people out there, your stories. All dick, all pussy, if it's clean, matters.
Mhm. Yes. Oh, and by the way, award nominated people. So I'm talking to a Pride Mama that's award nominated. I'm just having a wonderful day. So with that being said, people, she was a smoke buddy, and she'll be back. Y'all just pay attention. So with that being said, you know how we end these things all day, every day. Life is a learning experience. What's the point of the experience? If you haven't learned anything, smoke this over. Say goodbye to the people, and thank you for coming, baby.
Bye. Thank you for having me.
No doubt.